2 days ago, Bitcoin had a massive breakdown, but while that happened, the volume of the breakout was very low, and that could maybe mean that we are potentially seeing a huge fake out here on the market and that Bitcoin is creating a bear trap. So in this exact video, I will of course talk about the FOMC meeting that's going to be happening in exactly 11 hours from now on, and so far history has perfectly predicted what has happened on this FOMC meeting due to one clear reason, and I will be discussing this on today's video as well. I will talk about the most important new patterns on the price action of Bitcoin, because yes, right now Bitcoin looks to be creating a new pattern where we should all pay attention towards, and I will be exactly discussing this on today's update video. So don't forget to watch this video till the end. We're going to discuss the most important charts in crypto, and can we once again smash up the likes back above 500? That will be absolutely incredible. With that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the 8-minute short term. And once looking at that 8-minute short term for Bitcoin, we do know after we broke below this very important level of support right here, we broke down, we saw a massive sell order in the market, and Bitcoin basically had a massive move towards the downside. And right now we're consolidating in this new region right here on the 1 hour time frame. You can clearly see the range high is the level to break for the 8-minute short term, because you can clearly see that 29.3k is the level where we're going to get rejected from every single time. And literally on this 1 hourly candle, once again we saw another rejection by this level right here. Further on, we can currently see that we're creating a small little upward sloping support line, and be aware, if we are going to be breaking lower, there's a very big chance that the RSI is going to create a bullish divergence. So let's say Bitcoin is going to dump down to $29,000 again, we could be creating a lower low, but most certainly a higher low on the RSI, what then could be of course quite a bullish thing for the markets. But of course this is pure speculation, and this is of course a scenario that we could be looking at if Bitcoin were to be having a breakdown. But right now Bitcoin's still consolidating sideways. After Bitcoin basically broke down of this 32-day consolidation phase, we went lower, and right now so far we've not really seen the next move getting initiated. If we're going to be looking at the 12-hour time frame, and we're going to be looking about where is the next big support for Bitcoin, we can clearly see the next big support for Bitcoin is trading around $28,000. What is definitely a very long way down here. Of course I am looking as well at this support level right here that is somewhere trading around 28.5k. But one thing is for sure, the big levels of support are at least 2 to 4% lower than we're currently trading. So Bitcoin could potentially still see more downside to come. And especially because yesterday is the FOMC meeting, and in exactly 11 hours from now on, we're going to get the next interest rate hike. We're also going to get the meeting where Jerome Powell is going to talk about the markets, and probably there's going to be a lot of volatility, because looking at the last few times we had these meetings, the markets most certainly had huge amounts of volatility. Only this time around it is going to be a little bit different, because if we're going to be looking at the forecast of the FOMC rate hike probabilities, we do know that probably this is going to be the last interest rate hike of this entire cycle. 2 meetings ago they also did an interest rate hike, but we did know that this was probably going to come as well. So this is definitely very interesting to see, and this could maybe mean that the market is going to react a little bit different to this interest rate hike than the previous ones, because the previous ones Bitcoin always moved down here, and maybe this time around we're going to be moving up instead of down. So let's see what is going to be playing out right there. But most certainly I think it's going to be a super important day to pay attention towards. Of course at the same time we're creating a new pattern. This is a falling wedge, and to be very clear, a falling wedge pattern is a bullish bias pattern that tends to break towards the upside more than 80% of the time. So this pattern got a very big likelihood that it is actually going to be breaking towards the upside, so I'm going to keep my eyes wide open on it. And if you're going to be looking at the price target of this pattern, the price target is going to be all the way up towards approximately 31.7k. Looking then quickly at my BitGet trade, I'm still remain to be long on Bitcoin, because yes, I still believe that we are currently potentially seeing a bear trap right here. The reason why I potentially think this is true is because on the breakdown here for Bitcoin, the volume was extremely low. And yeah, once you're breaking down on such an important range here where Bitcoin consolidated in for 32 days, and the breakdown volume is so low, it only tells me a very interesting story that this could potentially be a fake out. The same as a breakout. If you see a breakout with low volume, it probably is going to be a fake out. but also with a breakdown here. So that is why I remain to be long on Bitcoin. Of course, if Bitcoin goes back to $25,000, I'm going to double down my margin on this trade here. And looking on BYBIT, I have got currently a BYBIT trade open on Bitcoin. I have opened up a long on $29,000. And personally, if you want to be trading on BYBIT as well, it's very simple. You can right now go to the link in the description of today's video and you can claim a free $1,000 Bitcoin or XRP long or short position. All you need to do here is go to the link in the description, sign up a new account using the links above over here, deposit $100 within 7 days, and enjoy your free $1,000 Bitcoin or XRP long or short position. It's super valuable and super quick, so make sure to check it out in the link in the description. So while the volume remains to be low for Bitcoin, we could be potentially see a fake out. And if Bitcoin is going to be seeing a further continuation towards the downside, I mean, yes, what are the real big next targets for Bitcoin? And I will be looking at the $28,000. I talked about $28,000 as his main level support here on the lower side, but also if you're going to be looking at this super important trend line right here, you can clearly see $28,000 is going to be also meeting that exact trend line. So if Bitcoin were to be retesting this trend line, I will most certainly open up bigger positions around these levels. And of course, looking at the daily time frame as well, we can see that we're also creating this falling wedge on the daily time frame. So yeah, I'm actually getting quite excited by this pattern here, since falling wedges are typical bullish bias reversal patterns. If we were to be looking at the expected breakout time for this exact falling wedge pattern, it's probably going to be happening in 7 days from now on, and the price target towards the upside is going to be all the way up here to approximately $32,000, what is of course going to be a significant price target on that top side. Of course, yes, if we do break bearish, we're going to go down here to $28,000. That is going to be the next big target for Bitcoin. And talking really about the volatility in the markets, we do know that the Bullish bands, of course, has been very tight, and to be very clear, it's at its tightest point of 2023, and today really is the day where probably real volatility is going to hit the markets due to the fact that the FOMC meeting is going to be happening today. And be aware, I'm going to be streaming this event later today, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification, because I will be exactly live stream what Jerome Powell is going to say, what the Fed funds rates is going to be, but probably we already know where it's going to come in at. But yes, it's going to be a super important event, and probably volatility is going to hit the markets, and that could indicate that right now we are at the beginning of a gigantic move in the price action of Bitcoin. So make sure to pay attention towards this here. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. It was definitely a shorter video than usual, but there's just not a lot of stuff to talk about right now here for Bitcoin. And tonight is the night where we're going to stream, and that is the point where probably massive volatility is going to hit the market. So make sure to pay attention towards it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later tonight on my live stream. Peace out. Goodbye.